Well, in our so fast-paced lives, we do not have any time for enjoyment and spending times with the family. Well, we hardly have time to relax, right? So here in CCAC, we are giving you a platform so that we can enjoy together and have a pleasant life. Well, we can try out different art items, craft works, and spread interesting ideas. And it's always not about enjoyment, right? You need to study. So therefore, we are giving you easy study methods as well. Well, so enjoy our channel. You just have to do a small help. Just click on the share and subscribe button and spread this channel to the various people outside. And moreover, do not forget to click the bell icon to receive regular updates. Ta-da!
Hi guys, I am Anubhav. Today I am going to teach you a basic of the English grammar, that is the sentence. Now, sentence, what do you understand by sentence? A sentence we can define as a group of words framed together which makes a complete sense. Now, if we write that we played hockey last evening. Now, this sentence, how can we identify it as a sentence? The main things of a sentence is that the sentence must have a punctuation mark, and one is that it should have a verb. Now, we have done this. So we now come to the kinds of sentences. Sentences we can divide into 4 types. One is assertive or declarative sentences. Now, assertive or declarative sentence is a type of sentence which states something. For example, if I write, now, this is an assertive or declarative sentence as it states that we played a cricket match last evening. Or we can write just simply like this. The features of assertive or declarative sentence is that it should end in a full stop. Now when we come to the second type of sentence, we have interrogative sentence. Now, interrogative sentences is a type of sentence which asks questions. Now, for example, we can take a line, a sentence. This is an interrogative sentence as it is starting with a question word, and second, it has a question mark at the end. So the feature of interrogative sentence is that it must have a question mark at the end, and the sense must tell that we are asking a question. Now when we come to the third type of sentences, we have exclamatory sentences. Now, exclamatory sentences is a type of sentence which expresses strong feelings. Now, exclamatory sentence must have a exclamation mark or this mark at the end. For example, we can write, "What a beautiful painting." So, we can see that this is an example of an exclamatory sentence. Why? Because this has an exclamation mark and it expresses a strong feeling. Now we come to the fourth type of sentence, which is the imperative sentence. Now, this imperative sentence is a type of sentence which either expresses order, request, advice, or some associated feelings. Now we can write, now if we say that do your homework positively by tomorrow, it expresses an order. So we consider it as an imperative sentence, and imperative sentence, like the assertive or declarative sentence, ends with a full stop. Now we come to the further classification of these types of sentences. For assertive sentences, it can be divided further into two types. One is the affirmative sentence, another is the negative sentence. Now, the affirmative can be also known as a positive sentence. Now, this positive sentence, how can we identify this? If it says, I like to eat chocolate. Now, this we can identify as a positive sentence, as this has no negative word. Now, what do we mean by negative words? Negative words are words such as no, not, etc. So, if I write, I do not eat chocolates, or I do not eat chips, as it has a negative or not, so we consider it as a negative sentence. Now we come to the interrogative sentences or the question sentences. Now this can further divided again. We have the yes or no question, and we have the sentence answer question. This is also known as the WH question. Now, what is a yes or no question? If I say, do you like to read storybooks? So, if anyone asks this question to somebody, he or she can answer it with just a yes or no. So, we consider it as a yes or no question. But if I say, what kind of stories do you like? So, you can't answer it in either yes or no. You have to make a minimum amount of sentence for answering this. So, here we come to the end of classification of sentences. Now, we come to a very important part which we know as the subject predicate. Now, what do we mean by the subject predicate? Subject and predicate are two very important part of a sentence. If I write, Ram goes to school, the sentence talks about Ram, or Ram is the subject. So, we can refer the subject as the thing or person whom the sentence is about. And we have the thing which is known as goes to school. Now this tells what the subject or Ram does. So we can explain predicate as the part of the sentence which talks about the subject. One important feature of the predicate is that the predicate must have a noun, the predicate must have a verb. Now the verb is also known as the heart of the sentence. Why? Because without the verb, a sentence is always incomplete. Now, in the subject and predicate, we have some sentences which are quite confusing. Like when we talk about imperative sentences, we can have sit down. So when we talk about sit down, we see that the whole is a predicate. We don't have a subject. When we take the imperative sentence sit down, we see that there is no subject. There is only a verb. This is sit. So how can we imply the subject? We have to understand that the sentence says you sit down. So in this sentence we have you as the subject and the rest sentence as the predicate. Now we come to question tags. This is an extra thing, but I will explain it to you in a very brief manner. Now question tag. Question tag. For example, if there is a sentence, so if there is a question, you have not learned painting in any school, have you? Now this part, have you, we refer to as the question tag. So how can we define question tags? The question tag is a set of words or a group of words which is placed after a sentence in order to confirm or assure the statement. Now there is a very important rule that if it is a positive statement, we have the question tag always negative, and if it is a negative statement, we have always the question tag as positive. The only exception is with shall. When we have a sentence with shall, that for example, shall we sit out in the sun. Now after this we always use let us. So with shall we always use let us. So with this we come to the end of this sentence chapter. Thank you.